Hey friends, my name is Steve Guttenberg and I am the audiophiliac. And today the question is, can you find what you're looking for if you don't know what it is? Or something like that. At the end of this video, I'm going to do a quick music review and stay tuned to the end. And I think it's a really nice little record. Anyway, can you find what you're looking for if you don't know what it is? No. You can't. I don't really think so. I think you have to have some sort of taste. And in this case, we're talking about sound of your system. Do you know what you want the sound of your system to be other than perfect? Perfect for you? That's hard. That is really hard. And to get there, it requires experience. It's like saying, I'm going to drink a glass of wine and I'm going to decide if this is really good. Well, the first thing is, yes, you can drink one glass of wine and say, this bottle is amazing, it's incredible, I've never had another glass of wine in my life, but this first one, it is killer, I'm an expert now. No, you probably need to drink 10 bottles or 100 bottles or 150 bottles of wine over a period of time, and then you'd have some sort of, you know where you stand with wine if you drank a lot of wine, right? You'd have some sort of critiquing cred to know what good wine tastes like and what constitutes good wine. It's kind of like that with audio, that you have to hear a lot of stuff, especially speakers and headphones. If headphones are your field of interest, you have to hear a lot of them, and then it's the collection of all of that knowledge that gives you some sort of taste. Or not, right? Maybe you can hear a lot and still come away being totally confused and you really don't know what you like. It happens. But I think for most people, when they hear a lot of stuff, they start to notice that they like certain things. They like electrostatic speakers. They're not too crazy about horns. They like ported speakers, and they don't like sealed box ones. They start to see patterns. Patterns emerge in their taste, and that's a good thing. It means you can exclude some stuff and come and focus on the things that are more likely to please you. But as I've pointed out in other videos, hi-fi isn't just a collection of boxes and you take a really good speaker and a really good amplifier and a really good preamplifier and a really good DAC and a really good turntable and smash them all together and have great sound. It's really how they all work together is the thing, because you can't listen to a speaker unless it's hooked up to the rest of the system, right? You can't listen to an amplifier unless it's hooked up to a speaker. So you can't really hear these things in isolation. You only ever get to hear them as a group, right? So that requires even more experience and knowledge on your part, or people that you go to for knowledge that know how all that stuff works together. One of those two things has to happen. Either you get enough knowledge of hearing so much stuff in different combinations, or you find someone, a friend, or perhaps even, if you're lucky enough, an audio salesman who knows a thing or two, and that's the way to truth. Or you could just, be an audiophile and just buy and sell stuff. That's good too. I mean, a lot of people do that, and it's fun. Yeah, I'm going to live with this preamp for a year. I'm going to sell that, and then I'm going to get this other one. I'm going to live with tubes, and I highly recommend that. Actually, that's one of the ways you get to know what you're looking for is by testing and living with things. If you buy stuff used, you can buy it for $500 and a year later sell it for something like $500. So you're just sort of trending along there, right? Anyway, I think you get my gist. As for the music review, today's music review is Chris Thiele and Brad Mehldau, these guys here. And Brad plays piano, Chris plays mandolin. Now, right away, there's a problem, right? Mandolin is a little tiny stringed instrument, and Brad's playing a gigantic piano. How do these two possibly work together? Well, that's what recording engineers can figure out how to do sometimes. And I think the engineers on this record did a pretty good job of making two disparate instruments work together that shouldn't really work together. You don't usually hear an unamplified mandolin and an unamplified piano playing together because you would never hear the mandolin. So it's a recording. Magic happens. And in this case, there is magic between these two musicians. It feels improvised. It feels like they're just having fun together. Most of them are instrumentals. Most of them are original tunes. They do cover Dylan's It's All Right, Don't Think Twice. and it's all right. And with Chris singing it, most of them are instrumentals, and it's just so playful, and it's a beautiful record. I think it's a really good sounding record. I don't think it quite reaches the level of, I would call it, audiophile recording, but it's up there. It's certainly very listenable. Very recommended. And the music is very, it's energized. It's high energy. It's not like you fall asleep listening to this record. They've got some chops there. Anyway, my name's Steve Guttenberg. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show. Please come back for another exciting chapter tomorrow. See you soon.